love of God, a surgeon. Send one presently to Sir Toby.
What's the matter?
He's broke my head across, and he's given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb, too. The love of God, your help. I'd rather than 40 pounds I were at home.
Who hath done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count, gentleman, one Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman Cesario?
Odds like things. Here he is. You broke my head across for nothing, and that I did. I was sent on to do it by Sir Toby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause, but I bespake you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. I think you said nothing by a bloody coxcomb. Fools, Pizzle! Here comes Sir Toby Holding. You shall hear more. But if he had not been in drink, he would have tickled you on the face, and he did.
How now, gentlemen? How is it with you?
Oh, that's all one. Has hurt me. There's the end on it. Sot, did see Dick Surgeon, Sot?
Oh, he's drunk, Sir Toby, an hour ago, and his eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
Oh, that he's a rogue and a passing measures tavern. I hate a drunken rogue!
Away with him. Who hath made this havoc with them?
Sir Toby, I'll help you, because we'll be dressed together. Oh, will you help? An asshead and a knave, a thin-faced knave. Oh, go!
Get him to bed and let his hurt be looked to.
I'm sorry, madam. I've heard your kinsman, but had it been the brother of my blood, I must have done no less to win safety. You throw a stranger guard upon me. By that I perceive it hath offended you. Well, pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other, but so late ago.
One voice, one face, one habit, and two persons? A natural perspective it is and is not.
Antonio. Oh, my dear Antonio, how have the hours racked and tortured me since I have lost thee?
Sebastian? Are you?
Fearst thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? What? An apple plucked in two is not more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Oh, most wonderful!
Do I stand there? I never had a brother, nor can there be a deity of my nature and here and everywhere. I had a sister whom the blind waves and surges had devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What name, what countryman, what parentage?
Messeline. Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too. And so went he suited to his watery tomb. If spirits can assume both form and suit to come to fright us.
No, a spirit I am indeed, but am in that dimension grossly clad from which the womb I did participate. Were you a woman? As the rest goes even, I should my tears let fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow.
And so had mine.
And died that day when Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul. He indeed finished his mortal act the day my sister numbered 13 years.
If nothing lets to make us happy both, then this my masculine usurped attire. Do not embrace me until each circumstance, a place, time, and fortune do cohere and jump that I am Viola! Which to confirm, I will take thee to a captain in this town where lie my maidens weep, and by your gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count. All of the occurrence of my fortune's sake, and they between this lady and this lord.
Oh, so comes it, lady, you have been mistook. From nature to her bias true in that, you would have been contracted to a maid. Are you thereby my life deceived? You are contracted to both a maid and a man.
Be not amazed. Right noble is his blood. This be so as the glass seems true. I shall have share in this most happy rack. Boy! Thou hast told me 1,000 times thou shouldst never love woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and all those swearings keep as true in soul as doth that orbed continent the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy women's weeds.
Oh, the captain that did bring me first on shore hath my maiden's garments. He upon some action is now in durance and Malvolio suit, a gentleman and follower of my lady's.
He shall enlarge him. Fetch Malvolio hither. And yet, alas, now I remember me. They say, poor gentleman, he's much distract. Most distracting frenzy of mine own from my remembrance clearly banished his. Well, how does he, sirrah?
Truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at the stave's end as well as any man in his case may do. Has here written a letter to you. I should have delivered it today morning, but as a madman's epistles are no gospels, it skills not when they are delivered.
Open and read it.
Look to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman. By the Lord, madam!
Now! Art thou mad?
No, madam, I do but read madness. And your ladyship will have it as it ought to be, you must allow box.
I prithee, read it in thy right wits.
So I do, Madonna. But to read it in his right wits is to read it thus. Therefore, repent, my princess, and give ear.
Read it, you, sirrah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not but to make to do myself much right, or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury. The madly used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
Aye, madam.
This offers not much of distraction.
Bring him hither, uncle. My lord, so please you, these things further thought on, look to think me as well a sister, as a wife. One day shall crown the alliance on it, so please you, here at my house and at my proper cause.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you. For your service done to him, so much against the metal of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding. Since you called me master for so long, here is my hand. You shall from this time forward be your master's mistress.
Sister, you are she.
Is this the madman?
I, my lord, the same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. I pray you, peruse this letter. You must not now deny it is your hand. Write from it if you can. Say it is not your seal, not your invention. You can say none of this. So grant it then, and tell me, in the modesty of honor, why have you given me such clear lights of favor? Bid me come smiling and cross-gartered to you, to put on yellow stockings, to frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter, and acting this in an obedient hope. Why have you suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, visited by the priest, and made the most notorious, yet and dull as e'er invention ever played on? Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing. Though I confess much like the character, but out of question 'tis Mariah's hand. Now I do bethink me. It was she first told me thou wast mad, then instant smiling, and in such forms which here were presupposed upon thee in the letter. Oh, prithee, be content. This practice hath most shrewdly passed upon thee. But when we know the grounds and authors of it, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good madam, hear me speak. And let no quarrel nor no brawl to come taint the condition of this present hour which I have wondered at. In hopes that it shall not, most freely I confess, myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here, upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we had conceived against him.
Mariah hath writ the letter, and my great importance, in recompense whereof I have made her. Now, how with a sportful malice that was followed may rather pluck on laughter than revenge, if that the injuries be justly weighed and have on both sides asked.
Alas, poor fool, how have they baffled me?
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. I was one, sir, in this interlude, one Sir Topaz.
You...
But that's all one. By my God, fool, I am not mad! But do you remember, why laugh you at such a barren rascal? And you laugh not she is gagged? And thus, the whirligig of time brings in his revengeance.
I will be revenged on the whole pack of you!
Oh, he hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him and entreat him to peace. He hath not told us of the captain yet. When that is known and golden time convince, a solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Meantime, sweet sister, we will not part from hence. Cesario, for so you shall be while you are a man. But when another habit's seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancies queen,